tell you a little bit first about the history of LGO. We started in 1988, and at that time, we were very concerned about U.S. competitiveness, just like we are today. We were very concerned at that time about Japan, not China, but it was actually quite a lot of similarities. And we thought that it would be good to have the university work with industry on solving these problems. And at that time, there were huge barriers between the two. As you can see in the diagram, occasionally business on the right would throw money over the wall, represented by the dollars. Academics on the left would throw a few ideas over the wall. That was reflected in the light bulbs. And so we went and talked to our partners, and our partners came back to us, Deans Wilson of Engineering and Thoreau of Sloan, and they said to us, Mr. Thoreau, tear down this wall. And then, and as a result, this was LGO relationship between management and engineering. The barriers between management and engineering, it can be just as large as between industry and academics. And you can see the great relationship we have, as the deans referred to. This did not come easy. It's very hard to do. The two schools have very different cultures, very different ways of doing things. And so we worked hard on doing that. Now, I don't know if you recognize this, but this is the MIT seal. The scholar on the right with the blacksmith on the left. Now, you can think about the Sloan School as the scholar and the engineering school as the blacksmith. So we thought a cool logo would be to have the scholar and the blacksmith facing each other. And we used that for a while. We hired lots of designers to come up with something better. They couldn't. And so we stuck with this for a while. But MIT said, don't mess with our logo. So we came up with this instead, which we've had for a while. The three interlocking rings: industry, School of Management, and School of Engineering. And this represents a three-way partnership of LGO.
MIT will open doors that you didn't think were possible. Certainly, the career progression that I've had at CAT. First of all, I'm back at CAT because I came to MIT. If I hadn't been here, I wouldn't have met our CEO, and I wouldn't be back at CAT. If I hadn't been here, CAT probably wouldn't be a partner today either. And so you just, it's amazing the opportunity, the exposure that you'll have. You know, the partner companies are fantastic. They're involved. You'll be getting to know them over 2 years. You'll have opportunity and visibility in those companies, you know, that people that have worked in those companies for 10 or 15 years don't have. And that's a pretty outstanding thing, right? And then the toolkit that you'll leave here with, both in terms of analytical models and leadership. It's hard to teach leadership in a classroom, but certainly the LGO experience will do it. And you'll leave here a much stronger leader. You'll leave here recognized as a much stronger leader for the people that appreciate the LGO brand. And you'll have opportunity that will serve you quite well. And then don't forget the LGO network. We may have a small network relative to other MBA programs, for example. We're a little over 1,000 strong, but it's an incredibly powerful network in terms of just resources. You know, you're working on a problem and you start searching the virtual community, trying to figure out people that are in similar job roles or did an internship on something or whatever. You reach out to those folks, and it's almost a family type interaction. They'll drop everything, they'll help you, they'll work through those things with you. You know, in job search and career advice. I mean, there's for me personally, there's about 7 or 8 alums and myself that kind of mentor each other. You know, we have this ongoing dialogue about our careers, about challenges that we're going through at work, and whatever. And we spend ongoing, make investments in each other to keep that going.